not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be obviously going over the Colourpop Stone Cold Box eyeshadow palette. Looks like this. So pretty. It has a nice little texture to it. Back has all the shade names. That's what it looks like on the inside. Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and say, and I don't think Colourpop makes very diverse palettes. I think only this shade would really suit medium, deep tan, skin tones, and these 4 rows are gonna be like for, fair, like these 2 for fair tones, this one for light, and this one for like medium. I don't know, I feel like I've kind of been seeing that with Colourpop and their palettes. I have to say I don't feel the same way about their Bare Necessities or their pinky orange one that they've come out, like this size as well, or the Kathleen Lights one. I think that one's pretty diverse, but I think this one, and it's a taupe, and some of their other ones they've kind of been coming out with more recently are a little more light toned though. But we'll see. Maybe it's just deceiving. I just know that It's a Taupe was a little, or That's So Taupe was a little deceiving, and it was a little light on my skin. It was just, I don't know. I think there should have been more deeper shades in that one. And then I also have the brush roll. I obviously already have my face done, so we're not going to be using any of the face brushes today. But I did want to go ahead and test the eyeshadow brushes, as many as I need, and kind of give you guys an opinion. They all look exactly the same in the sense that the same hair fibers. It is vegan, or I think it's vegan. I know it's cruelty free. Colourpop is a cruelty free brand. But I don't know if they're completely vegan yet, or if they're working on that yet. But so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be jumping into this palette. I haven't done my eyeshadow today. That's all I haven't done. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on in with, this one. This is an E23 brush. It's kind of like a flat domed brush. I'm going to go ahead and use this Trip shade just to kind of set my eyes. They're actually already set, but I just kind of want to see this shade. So yeah, this one's coming off really, really bright and light. And then now I want to go in with a transition shade using that same brush. It's really soft. I do like that. Okay, so the only transition shade that I see for my skin tone would be this one or this one, but this is kind of pinkier or mauve. This one or this one. Maybe that one or these 2. This one has a shimmer, so I don't like the shimmer in the mattes. I'll still use the shimmery mattes. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and use a Quarry Days. Use that as my transition. Okay, yeah, that definitely works for a transition shade. Touch the same eye. I have no idea where I'm going with this eyeshadow look. Just gonna blend it upwards. I didn't add any more product after that one dip, so this one seems to be a little bit deeper, so I'm gonna go back into that one and then kind of go in and deepen those little areas. Okay, so it's kind of where I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a smaller brush, this E27 And then I'm gonna go ahead and dip into, I think Cult-tastic. I want to go into Fickle Fate, but Cult-tastic looks a little different and more cool toned, more like a grayish brown. So I kind of want to see how that's gonna look on my eyes. I want to deepen the outer V. This is my second dip. This is a very good brush for placing product, but not very good. It's too firm for blending, but it is placing down the product very well. So it's not doing a very good job of blending though. It's still a little too stiff for that. So let me go ahead and grab the old brush I was using. Just go over what I just put down. That shade is looking just a little bit patchy. Just a tiny bit, but it looks like it's workable. It doesn't look like it's like a really bad patchiness. It seems like it blends away a little bit, so. Yeah, it definitely blended away a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm adding more to kind of deepen it back up again. And then I'm gonna try and blend out the edges again. That same brush I used earlier to do my crease. Okay. And I'm gonna clean off that brush I was just using with a shadow changer thing. I already cleaned it off. It doesn't look like it, but I did. And I'm gonna go back into Glory Days. Put that on my lower lashes. Not sure I'm loving this look. Maybe I'll fall in love with it in a second. I want it a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go into Drama Mama, which is this really deep brown over here. That same E27 brush. I'm gonna deepen that outer corner even more. Yeah. I'm not gonna add any on my brush, but I'm gonna run that on the outer third of my lower lash line. Just with whatever left on the brush. Now all these shimmers look so pretty. I don't know. They just look so pretty. Let me browse what kind of shimmer I want to use today. I think I'm going to use 2 shimmers. So, dang, oh, these look so pretty. My neutral self like wants to lean towards this this warmer brown, but I don't want to do that. This caving in looks really pretty. This one looks really pretty. It looks like it has like a taupe, mauves, brown. It just looks, okay, I'm gonna go into this one, caving in. It just looks so beautiful. I'm gonna just use my finger for that one. I could have probably used the brush. I'm gonna use a brush, okay. Oh my god. Okay, I just had a makeup wipe from earlier and I want to grab a new one. Okay, done. I have brushes. Let's try and use the brushes. I don't usually have luck with the Colourpop shimmer glitter formula with brushes, but we're gonna go ahead and try. So let's go ahead and try and pick that up. Oh, this is the E25. It's getting a little powdery and I'm getting a lot of fallout with the brush. So, I'm not sure I would use the brush again. It seems like it's collecting on the brush and it's not really putting it down. So let me go ahead and try again with my finger. I don't feel like I got a lot of pigment with my finger either. So I'm gonna pass on that one. I'm gonna use Baby Doll instead. It looks really, really similar, but it looks like a shimmer formula, not like a glitter formula. Okay, there we go. That's kind of more of what I was leaning towards for the look. So again, I use the shade Baby Doll. Yeah, right there. The Guinness guy looks really pretty too. Ooh, that looks really pretty. Okay. Still lighter than I wanted to. So actually, there's not a lot of variation in tone. I mean like color tones, yes. I mean like deepness and the shimmers. Like all the shimmers look a little bit light. So I don't love that. I'm gonna use this one. Nest Guy. I don't know what that is. Nest Guy. This one, I don't know how to say that. Nest Guy. Put that right there. See, like, look, that one's not very much darker at all. Like layering like 20 shimmers on top of each other, and my eye is getting like powdery. Okay. My eye looks like a freaking mess right now. That shade is actually very powdery and crumbly, and it's like crumbling on my eye too. Like, look. It's like crumbling in the palette. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like, oh my god, come on. I don't know, it's crumbling in the palette, and it's crumbling on my eye. That's interesting. It's not like staying, it's just fluffing away. So I'm gonna grab a highlight brush. No, I really want to dirty my highlight brush. I'm gonna grab this brush, this clean brush, and then I'm gonna dust off my eyes because I don't want it to fall all over my face. Okay, very cool. Feels super powdery. Okay. Very crumbly and dry. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but that was really, really weird. That was the Guinness, I don't know, Guinness guy. That one was just crumbling away. So let's put that away. I wish it was deeper, because this one looked deep, but it just was kind of just a glitter on the eye. There's not really a deep shade. Let me go ahead and swatch these two. So that is Sediment to Be. Let me just put that one right there. Ooh, that one's really pretty. And then Hard Place. It's a pretty bronze, just a pretty warm tone bronze. Ooh, I really like it, this one. Well, Hard Place I already love because I love bronze. Whatever. Let's just go ahead and see what happens. I'm just gonna layer like 20 eyeshadows on my eye right now. Okay, I'm gonna try and clean this brush off a little bit using my color changer thingy. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna go into a Sediment to Be. Okay. It's okay. And then I'm layering it on 20 eyeshadows, so I don't know at this point. Swatch, it looked absolutely beautiful. So use my finger for that one again. See if I can pack that on there a little bit. It looks like I can. Okay, I'm being gentle because I don't want to crumble my eyeshadow again. No crumbly eyeshadow, please. Okay, so I think that's better. I like it. It's a little gray and grungy. I think it's kind of what this palette is. Unless you use the mauves. I think they're all gonna look gray and grungy. Okay, let's use a brighter shade in the inner corner. So I'm gonna grab the smaller E28 brush, and then I'm gonna go into I Dig It over here. There. Oh, I don't know if I showed you very well. That one. I Dig It. Right there. And then I'm going to blend it upwards into the other shade. There we go. And then I'm going to kind of disperse it a little bit to the lower lash. I think that's too bright for my lower. Okay, let me go ahead and go into, I'm going to do a hard place. And I'm going to kind of blend that out. I don't want it to be that bright. But I do want there to be some shimmer, so there. Some reflectiveness. But I didn't want it that bright. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I like it. I love it. Okay. I got like so much powder in mine. So maybe this wasn't for me. So the reason I bought this was because I didn't like the That's So Taupe palette. I thought it was too light for me, and I was hoping this one would be deeper and better for me. I feel like I only tried the middle of the palette. I really didn't try a lot of the mauvey or pinky shades, these like on the ends. But I have a mauvey pink shade palette. I have the Blush Nudes or something. I don't know. There's like a really mauvey shade. There's a mauve palette from Colourpop, and I have that one as well. So my favorite row is like this row, the most neutral brown one. Like I feel like these three rows look the same on my eyes. These three right here, they just look gray. I don't know. If you're gonna use these shades, of course, I still recommend. If you're a warm tone person like myself, you need to be honest to yourself. So we'll be right back, and I will give you final thoughts. Okay, so very quickly in conclusion, the brush roll, I only tried, these 4 eyeshadow brushes. I didn't try the whole roll. So just very quickly, do I recommend it? Okay, they function, they work, they worked well. But I do recommend brushes like Profusion, Real Techniques over these. They're nice. They're definitely better than the original brushes they came out with. I tried the original, the white ones with the silver barrels, their first ever brush collection. I hated it. I thought it was terrible. This one is quite the step up. It's better. It's still not what I would recommend. Like, yeah, Real Techniques is, in my opinion, better. I want to say Morphe. I really do think Morphe makes really good brushes. Obviously these are synthetic though, so if you are a cruelty-free person, I understand, and I would again recommend Profusion and Real Techniques, Eco Tools. These are good. They will work. They will get you through the day. They're nice. They're not anything spectacular. They're just good. They're good. But do I recommend you spending the, I don't know, I think $30 something they are? No. No. And then again, this Stone Cold box. It's nice. It's just, again, some of these shadows were inconsistent. This one was super crumbly. Like, there's like a divot in it. I don't know if there's like a little divot. I tried to get it to work. It was just super powdery and inconsistent with the other formulas. This one was just like straight glitter. It didn't really have any base or color to it. The shimmers were nice. They performed well. The mattes performed well as well, except some of these deeper shades. This one was a tiny bit patchy. This was the Cult Classic. It's a tiny bit patchy. This darker one definitely saved it a little bit. The only thing I don't like about this palette is I don't think they're going to be able to get a lot of variable looks. It looks like they're all going to be very gray and grungy. When I layered a lot of eyeshadows on top of each other, usually the top one takes over. When I've done that before, that top shade will dominate the one underneath. That's kind of how that works usually. This did not. They kind of just blended into each other, and there was hardly any variation. So they're gonna look pretty similar, even if there are different shades in here. Looks are gonna look very, very similar. So I recommend maybe getting something more specific to what you want. That if you really want, you know, something cool tone like that, I would get the, maybe that's a taupe if you're a lighter skin tone, or something like this. This is the LA Girl Keeping It Playful in the shade Downplay. It has some of your grungy shades right here with a little bit of blacks and grays. I do recommend something like this instead. Smaller, you'll be able to get less looks out of it, or about the same actually, even. Let's be real. Like I said, they're all gonna look the same. So essentially, something like this will work in place of that, you know. And it won't take up as much room. I much prefer smaller palettes anyways. Yeah, I mean, it's, if you want a cool tone color story and you do use these giant palettes, you will enjoy it. It's not a bad palette. But again, I don't think, just like the brushes, I think it's just good. I don't think it's anything groundbreaking or must have or anything like that. If you have the It's a Taupe, I would pass. Or if you're looking for something smaller, I would go for this one. And it'll give you your cooler tones. I know that this whole row is like warm tones, but these other tones are, this one's warm, cool toned, this one's more neutral, and then your grungy grays, you know, that's kind of, and black. It's not going to be as flexible as something like this, but they're going to be really, really similar looks. So yeah, you have a lot of colors, but the looks are going to be really, really similar. I did this look very similarly with my Persona Identity 1 palette. And I kind of liked it better in that palette. If I'm going to do this kind of a look in the future again, I'm probably going to use my Identity palette. Just because the shimmers were just performed a little bit better. It is a high-end palette though, so of course you would want that. But this one was just meh, finicky, not bad. Just knowing what I know now, I wouldn't have purchased it. So it's just meh. So, you know, just, I'm going to use brushes because I have them. So yeah, I'm sorry for this very meh video, guys, review. It's okay if it's something you really want, go ahead. Don't let me talk you out of it. But like I said, if I knew what I know today, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. It's just a little inconsistent, a little powdery, a little same looks, you know, with this different colors, kind of weird. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.